such declaration we haven't been able to verify. They've said that if public institutions want to receive any additional funding from the Ministry of Finance, they have to publish their budgets right here. It's not a perfect system by far, but you can check the budget for just about any public institution in Romania for any given month in the year 2007, in the year 2016 so far. We're a bit unhappy that they didn't go backward in time to publish these things from, say, 2000 or 1990, but we'll take what we can get. And this is one of the instruments that the current government has been quite proud to announce, and we hope it carries on. It's very useful for our research purposes, and it makes it harder for money to be siphoned away from public funds. Now, more concretely, we've covered just about everything about corruption at a general level. Now let's go into a particular case, namely public procurement. And we have conducted quite an ample analysis of public procurement contracts. This is a presentation that we had on December 11th, 2015 for a similar group. This time it was Austrian students who attended. And it's basically a short summary of a research we've done on public procurement in Romania. Yes?
I don't understand the word.
Sorry?
What betyder public procurement?
All right. Now, okay. Apparently we have a rebellious mouse. Now, why are we talking about public procurement? Well, if you are familiar with any practices of corruption, I hope you're not, but just in case, then you know that public procurement is basically where most of the money that goes into corruption is siphoned through. Right? The more there is actually a scholarly, an ample body of scholarly work that says that the more money that goes into public procurement, the more likely that country is to be corrupt. And by what we've discovered, procurement is indeed a source of major corruption. Now what we've done is to try to quantify just how much money goes into corruption through public procurement in Romania. And we've done, first of all, a session of data gathering. This is highly technical. You can read it if you want. I'll explain it in brief. In Romania, all public procurement is done through an online portal for it, if it exceeds a certain amount. And what we've done is look at all of the contracts of over 1 million euro for the period 2007-2013. We had to pay, obviously, to get access to the database, to the server, because the information that you have is unusable. Right? Information is public. On any transparency rating, when it comes to availability of procurement information, Romania ranks among the most transparent in the world, because every contract, every annex is, in theory, public. In practice, and this is another example of skewing the law, in practice the data is unusable. You have handwritten notes, you have PDFs that you cannot use, they're not in machine-readable format, there's no way for you to centralize it without an extreme amount of effort and technical skill. Luckily, as part of the Anticorruption project, which is basically the largest corruption, the largest project meant to study corruption in the EU ever, we had the funding available to undergo such a technical procedure and extract data from the servers, make a database of every single procurement contract over 1 million euro in the construction sector alone. We wanted to go further than the construction sector, but most money is in construction because it's very difficult to trace it once it goes in there. It's very difficult to quantify if what you got was good value for your money. and it's a very broad topic as it is. We already have like several thousand entries into our database. The second part, after we had the database, was to make a list of all firms which have made political party donations. The point was to see if allocation of contracts was in any way dependent on the type of political friendships that companies have. So you donate money to a party, you expect to get more public contracts in return.